两栖动物离奇死亡事件。
Made it at last. Madam, would you be so kind as to let your master know?
Oh, sir, it's terrible. A tragedy. The master, he's dead.
I say what?
It's true, sir. Oh, the poor master. I found him, sir, just floating there in his tube. Stiff as a board he was. Oh, it was horrible.
Gilfrey, dead? But this doesn't make any sense. He was in the prime of his life. The fellow was as strong as an ox.
A very tiny ox, anyway. Oh, I say, old chap, I am sorry.
We should take a look, just to be certain. Madam, Dr. Frumple here will want to examine the poor fellow.
And if there's even a hint of foul play, you can be certain that Lord Winklebottom will get to the bottom of it.
Oh, my lord, thank God you're here. The master spoke of you often.
Tell me, who else is in the house?
Well, my lord, there's the staff. That's myself and Ambrose, the butler. The gong over there should summon him. Also Pumphrey, the gardener, though he's been moping around outside of late. Miserable old sod he is. Oh, sorry, my lord.
有3个人。
Anybody else?
Oh, yes, my lord. There are a great many guests
还有不
here
少客人。
today. The master had a big announcement to make, he said.
Right, Frumple, we should have a look at poor Gilfrey, then introduce ourselves to the other guests.
You're welcome, my lord. Have you any luggage with you? I can have Ambrose take it upstairs for you.
Alas, no, we lost most of our possessions on the journey over here. Our means of conveyance turned out to be a touch unstable.
It was all I could do to keep hold of me tea.
我才注意到你那杯茶还拿着了。这俩果然是说相声的，一个逗哏，一捧哏。
It would be prudent to alert someone on the mainland to the death. Hello? Operator? Ah yes, hello. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to connect me to Scotland Yard. Inspector Culver's office, if you please.
哟，停电了。
What the...
What on earth was all that about?
I'm not sure. I say, the telephone line has gone dead. And look at this.
Crikey, that's a bit of a mess. What could have done this?
Well, one thing's for sure, we're not going to be able to contact the mainland until we can get this repaired.
I say, Winklebottom, that fellow must have been going like a bomb when you ran into that wall, what?
I think I've heard that one before, and it's not in very good taste.
I suppose when you think about it, it is quite an odd tradition. A little morbid, in fact. Look, the poor fellow even has some of his clothing still on him.
This chap is beyond even your skills, I fear. Let's leave him be. A bust of the great Caesar. Gilfrey was...
Good grief, look at his eyes. They look...
What is it with you?
餐厅、厨房是佣人宿舍，还有客厅。
Perhaps we could discuss the other people who are here. Who else is on the staff here?
Other than Ambrose, there's just Pumphrey, the gardener. Such a shame to see the house so low on staff. Oh,
Used to be more of you, eh?
oh yes, sir. It's really just a skeleton staff now. The master was away so much on his travels. More so since the mistress passed away. He doesn't need a full staff these days, I'm afraid.
What can you tell me about the guests here?
I don't know any of them well. It's the first time we've had guests since the mistress died. God rest her soul. You're the last to arrive, so you'll find them all around the house.
Thank you very much. Do you know why we've all been invited here?
Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. I don't. The master was being most mysterious about it. Something to do with his research, I'd fancy, but it's all beyond me.
That'll be all for now, madam.
I say, Winklebottom, I wonder if these chaps know what happened to Gilfrey.
You could ask, but I doubt they'd hear, and I don't suppose they saw anything anyway, and if they did, they wouldn't say. Now, let us have a look in here.
Oh, just some papers. How boring.
Not inherently so, but in this case, yes, they don't seem to be of any great interest. Although it does seem odd that they're in such a mess, it's almost as if somebody had been rummaging through them in a hurry.
Best way, in my opinion, gets it out of the way. I much prefer reading things with nice pictures in them. Medical books have some excellent drawings.
One would hope that you at least glance at the words, mind you. Ah, look at him here, the pride of the Admiralty. They say he had the sea running through his veins. Ah, look at this, it's Gilfrey and Ethelbert on their wedding day. A splendid time with Hank I can assure you, Rumple. Such a tragedy Ethelbert had passed away
照片
so
上好像
young.
是个鸭子。
Yes, terrible business. Just terrible.
Ah, this chap is Lord Malcolm Schmidt. I've met him in the house a number of times. A great speaker, although I'm not sure all of it makes a good deal of sense.
Looks most distinguished.
Generally, yes, though not so much when food is around. He can get quite raucous at times. I say, look at this old boy. It's Gilfrey and I during our school.
Not for me. Couldn't abide school. The other boys used to make fun of my name. Dumple, they'd call me. The rotters.
这需要一把钥匙。
You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack this puzzle. Greetings, sir.
Ah, hello, my child. I am most pleased to make your acquaintance at this sad time.
Pleased to meet you. I am Lord Winklebottom III, and this is my colleague, Dr. Reginald Frumple.
Bless you, my children. I am Reverend Archibald Peabody.
Do you know any of the other guests?
I believe I may have seen Madame Lavinia at some interfaith conference or other, but not to speak to. Other than that, I'm afraid not.
Do you know why Gilfrey invited you here today?
Oh, I'm afraid I wouldn't know. I've not heard from him for a few years, until just recently when he wrote to me out of the blue. I know he had something to announce, but I'm afraid I don't know what.
It is most intriguing, to be sure. Well, thank you for your
Oh, queer.
Greetings.
Ah, Winklebottom, isn't it? I've written reports about your exploits for my newspaper.
Oh, really? And which of our adventures have you covered?
Sorry, old thing. Not sure I recognize you.
Frumple. Dr. Frumple? You said you'd covered our cases.
Oh, that's right. You're the gentleman's gentleman, yes?
We're partners. Equal partners. Blasted hack.
All right, Frumple. Pleased to meet you, sir, but I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage.
Winslet's the name, old thing.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
I say, it's true what they say, then, about you preferring to walk on all fours.
I just happen to think it's rather more refined.
Plus he'd bash his bonds on the ceiling if he tried to walk in the modern style.
你果然是逗哏的。不，你是捧哏的。
And how do you know Gilfrey? Do you know why you're invited here today?
In reverse order, not a blasted clue, and I'm engaged to his daughter Constance.
You're a journalist, you say. Could that be the reason you're here?
Might be, old boy. The old fellow wasn't entirely taken with me, truth be told, but if he wanted somebody to get the word out about something, I'd certainly fit the bill.
You didn't get along with Gilfrey, then?
Well, I mean, I've never actually met him, you understand. This is the first time Constance has brought me to the island. But I'm sure he wouldn't approve of me. Crikey, my own family don't, so why would somebody else's?
So you're engaged to young Constance over there.
Oh, Winklebottom, I'm a changed cat since meeting her. I was quite the party animal, but fair to say, she's tamed me.
You didn't get on with the Admiral, though.
It was nothing he said, you understand, but I don't think he approved. Don't have a lot of luck with family. Even
I say, that's rather harsh of them.
too many parties, I suppose. And being a journalist is not exactly an appropriate job for somebody of my status, you know.
Most unfortunate.
I get to keep the title. I'm a baronet, don't you know? But I'm afraid it's left me rather cash poor.
Thank you for your time. A relic of the Great Frog Wars.
I say, that axe he's carrying would do you a real mischief if you got on the wrong end of it.
Let's take these with us.
Indeed, it would be sheer folly to leave them. I say, sheer folly, because they're...
Yes, I understood. Actually, I believe they're secateurs. I don't really want to lug around an entire hosepipe if I don't have a reason to. I have no idea what this sap is, and I'm certainly not going to touch it if I don't know it's safe.
这个能干什么？
A cactus.
I'm keeping well away.
Doesn't that rather interfere with your...
Not at all, I just close my eyes when I use them, that's all. It's very common fear, you know. Most of my patients scream when they see me with one.
哦，换章节之后道具全没用了。
Greetings, you must be Miss Gilfrey. Our most sincere condolences on your sad loss.
If it isn't Lord Winklebottom. Father talked about you often, and you must be Mr. Frumple?
Doctor, actually. That is, I mean, sorry for your loss, miss.
First mother and now this. I think we must have done something unspeakable in a past life to suffer so much pain in this one. Don't you agree, Lord Winklebottom?
There has been some terrible tragedy here, I agree, but I fear there may be some more earthly causes for the most recent one, at least.
You think there's villainy at work here?
We don't know yet, however his death was quite a shock, as far as I know he was fit as a fiddle before he died. In any case, Dr. Frumple will be able to tell us more.
I think, if you don't mind, I'd just like to be left alone for a while.
Goodbye for now, Miss Gilfrey. My word, this plant really does look frightfully tasty. Oh dear, how awfully embarrassing. I do hope that wasn't an important clue. Nothing to be done for the poor fellow until we can drain the water, I fear.
We shall have to get him out of there if I'm to do an autopsy. Can't very well determine the cause of death just by gulping him through the glass, you know.
把水弄出来。哎，那外面有人。
I don't really... Ugh, this bed is absolutely filthy. Frumple, what do you make of this?
Looks like some kind of slime or mucus. I'd say this bed is used by a mollusk of some sort. Filthy buggers.
This looks like a child.
Bit of an odd thing to keep around.
Can't get this off by hoof. I think it's been glued on by the taxidermist. No. Sorry. I'd like to telephone the mainland to report the...
Problem at the exchange, perhaps.
Well, perhaps, but I think it's more...
Oh, well...
It's surprising how often a good sharp knife comes in handy during an investigation. Just open this hatch.
Ugh, blasted thing won't stay open.
Oh, there are some matches in this box. I'll take these, or rather this. There only seems to be one match left. Nothing of interest in here. Just some odds and ends, nothing useful. Frumple, you're the food expert. Do you think we should take this with us?
As you wish, but don't expect me to know what to do with it. I'm rather more interested in the end result than the process, you know.
Just some crockery. I can't just cause them to spontaneously combust.
When I was in the Calf Scouts, we'd make fires by rubbing twigs together.
I see, and do you have any twigs handy?
Ugh, you don't have to poo-poo all my ideas, you know.
Right then, let's turn this thing on. I say, Frumple, do you know how to work one of these things?
Not a clue.
Oh my god. Frumple, look at this is terrible.
What? What is it?
They're keeping red wine in the refrigerator. This is sacrilege.
Oh, is that all? I thought you found something important.
A block of butter. Might be useful. It's rock solid, however.
I like it when it's solid. Easier to take a bite out of it, you know.
This door appears to be locked.
Yes, quite so. Wonder where it leads to.
Dame Celia's habit. Greetings, madam.
What's that, young man? Speak up!
I said greetings, madam.
No, it's no good. No diction. That's the problem with you young people. You need to learn to project, my boy.
We're not going to get very far here, Winklebottom. My diagnosis of the old bird is deaf as a post.
I'm so glad to have you here, Frumple. I've no idea how I would manage without your expert opinion on such matters.
Oh, thank you, old thing.
Thank you for your time, madam.
What's that? Move your head closer.
Ugh.
I say, Winklebottom, do you know who this is? It's Dame Celia Wellington Boot.
I'm sure I have no idea.
But she's famous. Dame Celia was a star of the stage. I had quite the crush on her as a young calf.
I suppose a tiny nibble wouldn't hurt.
Careful, old thing, you'll get your head stuck in that vase.
I say you're right. Yes, my head goes all the way in. I can eat the stalks too. If I turn the hands, I can make the clock chime. Greetings.
You are Lord Winklebottom, are you not?
I say, that's amazing. Did you see all that in your crystal ball? Or
No, I saw an article about you in the newspaper earlier today.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that would also work.
Anyway, I am very pleased to meet you. I am Madame Lavinia, and
Well, quite. What can you tell me about Gilfrey?
oh, that poor soul. Such tragedy in this household. First my dear Ethelberta, and now Aristotle.
Quite so, very sad business all round. Very sad.
What's your connection to Gilfrey?
I've known Ethelberta since she was a duckling. I've no idea why darling Aristotle invited me today, though.
What can you tell us about the lady sat over there?
Oh, I can't get a word out of her. The old bat needs some sort of hearing aid, if you ask me.
These modern hearing aids are a miracle of science. Some are barely larger than a briefcase, you know.
Thank you for your time. There's nothing left to eat in this.
You're addicted.
A hard lump of... I have reservation.
基本线索都找得差不多了啊。敲一下这锣。
Oh, I say, a gong. Shall I gong it?
I'm not entirely convinced that gong is a verb, but very well if you...
Gong.
You don't actually need to say gong, you know.
Oh, well, I suppose, but where's the fun in that?
Strange, the maid said this would call the butler, but he's nowhere to be seen. That'll be all for now, madam.
Gong.
没有人出来啊。
No, I don't think... Sorry about this, sir, but I'm afraid we have need of your tie.
My lord, whatever are you doing? Stop that this instant!
Oh, frightfully sorry, madam.
Can't do this while the old goat is hanging around, what? We may need to convince her to leave. Gong.
Ugh, this
Looks like some kind.
looks like a child.
Bit of an odd thing to.
I'm really not sure. Perhaps you should get some rest, dear lady.
Oh no, sir. My place is here. What if another guest turned up? I shouldn't forgive myself if someone was left outside in that weather. Oh.
还不去休息啊？
That'll be all.
这咋办？
Any idea?
Let's make sure we talk to everybody around the house.
"都说过话了，好像。
Now, let us have a...
Oh,
Not inherently.
best way in my.
One would hope... story.
Yes, quite.
Just
Ugh, blasted.
I can't just cause them to spontaneously combust.
When I was in the calf scan.
I see, and
Ugh, you don't have.
有火柴。
need a steady hoof to do this as the... There we go, the cooker is heated. Let's put the pan on the... How thrilling. I've always wanted to try my hoof at cooking. Ah, look, Frumple, the heat has melted the butter into an oily liquid. I can hardly pick this up with my bare hoof.
Well, what about your mane?
That's a disgusting thought, Frumple. This seems nice and hot now, but I... Just some crockery. Just some odds and... Nothing... Nothing else. I can hardly pick this up with my bare hooves. Will me?
Well, what about you?
That's a I'm really not sure. I can't get this into the gap to wedge open the door. Need something smaller. I'd really rather... I don't wish to go right now. This might prove you...
Absolutely not. Why, if you take that, people won't be able to wash their hooves after their ablutions. Absolutely filthy. No, I won't allow it.
不让我们拿。
I'll just take this.
You know, I can prescribe medication if you need it. You don't have to go around stealing drugs from dead people.
It's an empty bottle, Frumple. Just a swift pull.
Isn't modern science wonderful?
The guest bedrooms are all down here.
Don't know why we bother. Even the daftest criminal isn't stupid enough to leave incriminating evidence lying around his own bedroom. Well, that was a bally waste of time. What did I tell you?
I know, old friend, but we had to do it. From what I recall, this door leads to the attic.
Why do people insist on locking doors all over the place? Most inconvenient. Nobody ever considers us.
I rather imagine Gilfrey wasn't expecting to die, so probably wasn't anticipating our investigation.
Well, yes, I suppose the whole thing is rather more inconvenient for him.
I don't really think this diving suit would fit me. The sign next to this lights.
Maybe just a slight turn.
No, from... Greetings, good sir.
Ulysses Spode of Spode, and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
What a ludicrous collection of names that is.
Quite so, Frumple. And what part do you play in today's events?
Don't rightly know, sir. Old Gilfrey wanted me to come and observe, he said. Worried there might be a spot of bother about whatever it was he was announcing.
Legal bother, you mean?
As you say. Wouldn't tell me in advance what the whole bally palaver was all about, though. I suppose now we'll never know.
Well, perhaps.
So, since I'm here anyway and the old boy has popped off, might as well sort through his paperwork and make sure everything is in order. Lots to sort out when somebody dies, you know. Especially somebody as rich as him.
We shall speak more.
Always here.
这是变色龙。
Greetings, dear lady.
Oh, hello.
I am Lord Winklebottom III, and this is my companion, Dr. Frumple.
I'm Vivian. Dr. Vivian Price.
You're a doctor.
Yes. Well, sort of. Not medicine. Geology. And physics. Also biology and linguistics.
Yes, well, medicine is difficult, especially for a, well, you know.
Frumple.
Oh, don't worry. I'm used to that sort of reaction.
变成他的衣服的颜色。
Were you invited here for this great announcement too?
Me? Oh, no, I live here. Well, not here in the house, but on the island. I worked, I suppose, for Admiral Gilfrey.
Strange, the maid didn't mention other stuff.
No, she wouldn't. People tend to forget about me, you see, Mr. Winklebottom. Sometimes I think I might as well just blend into the scenery.
What was the nature of your employment here?
You know of Gilfrey's expeditions. I helped him examine the artifacts he brought back. Cataloguing, mostly. But sometimes there'd be something more interesting.
Anything recently? Could that be what he intended to announce? Some big discovery?
No, nothing. I'm sure I would have known if there was something like that. I am sorry, Mr. Winklebottom.
What do you know of the other people in the house?
Not very much, I'm afraid. I haven't really spoken to anybody. I don't even know the staff all that well. I tried talking to the gardener earlier, but he was in a frightful temper.
You mentioned the gardener was in a bad mood. Do you know why?
Oh, well, he's always kind of grumpy, you know, but he seemed perfectly livid last time I saw him. Thought he was being given the sack, I think. Something about a vegetable patch. You should...
Thank you, miss. I think I'll leave these be. Not really cricket to go around...
I mean, you've done nothing but walk around picking up things that don't belong to you since we left home this morning, but have to draw the line somewhere, what?
你果然是拆台的。
We could spend days looking through these books. Maybe if we had something specific to search for. Let's give this a turn and see if we can't drain the system to get Gilfrey out of there.
Wait, we can't do this while the water pumps are turned on. We'd probably flood the house. Or...
他始终关心他的茶。
A notepad. Looks like the top page has been torn off.
Oh, you know what this means. Quick, give me a pencil. I'm going to rub over it and reveal what was written on the torn-off sheet.
Here you go then.
It's working.
Let me see now. 1 dozen eggs, 1 lettuce, a quart of milk.
Oh, how disappointing.
哦，没用的信息。
Oh, look, this is a map of the island. This will come in useful, I'm sure. Let's take one of...
This is the...
I'm not sure... We shall speak...
Always.
The sign next to this light says...
Maybe just a slight turn.
No, from... might come in useful, I suppose. No, I don't think this... No, I don't think this... I have reservations. Any ideas or...
Should probably head outside now that we've...
I say, Frumple, look, there's an imprint here. Somebody must have dropped something in the wet mud.
It's very obviously a key. There's no need to act so badly clever about it, you know?
As you say, somebody must have dropped a key into the wet mud, and this left an...
I wonder what is a key for?
A small empty... I'm really not sure. Hello, my good man.
Do you mind? I have work to do. This storm is going to ruin my plants.
Perhaps you've not yet heard, but I'm afraid your master...
Oh, I've heard. And where does that leave me? That's what I want to know. Bloody inconsiderate of him it is.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Oh well then.
Oh, yes, you just go indoors. That's fine. Don't worry about me. Bloody love a storm, I do.
It's no good, we won't get anywhere. I say, Frumple, what on earth was that?
Some kind of commotion coming from the drawing room, I think.
Quickly, we must investigate. Quick, Frumple, to the orangery. Miss Gilfrey is in grave danger. Miss Gilfrey, what is it? What?
Oh, Lord Winklebottom, it was terrible. A simply frightful thing.
I say, steady on. What are you talking about?
Out there, Dr. Frumple, out in the dark. It was a creature, a thing. I've never seen such a ghastly sight.
Are you sure, Miss Gilfrey? Could it perhaps have been Mr. Walters returning to his boat?
It wasn't a person, Lord Winklebottom. It wasn't an animal at all. It was wet and hairless and... Oh, God, that face!
What now? Please, try to be calm, Miss Gilfrey. We must...
Oh, sirs, thank goodness you're here. He just burst in, soaking wet, ranting and raving about a monster.
Ah! A foul, fearsome beast! Away! Away with you!
Poor fellow looks in a bad way. Frumple?
Chap seems delusional. We should get him into bed for some rest.
Came at me out the trees, a malign monster! Ah! 'Tis after me! 'Tis after me!
Looks like he needs a good rest.
He can use one of the beds in the servants' quarters. I'm sure Ambrose won't object.
Right then, Frumple, let's help get him into bed.
As long as I don't have to get too close, he smells like a blessed brewery.
Come on then, old chap. Right, we got the fellow settled. Should be right as rain soon.
As long as the bar guest doesn't come for him.
I say what?
Oh, never mind me, sir. Just a silly fancy.
Did you say bar guest? Like the name of this island?
It's daft, really, I suppose, but the bar guest is a ferocious monster sent to roam the island at night. He's part dog, part monster. They say...
Sounds like a pretty disagreeable chap, what? As a poppycock, mind you.
Well, one last thing, sirs, if it pleases you. In all the commotion, Madame Lavinia has misplaced her crystal ball. Says it's been stolen. Would you believe it?
Dashed careless of her.
I've promised to keep an eye out for anything suspicious out here, but maybe you could go and talk to her.
Very well, we shall see what the problem is. From what I recall, this door...
Why do people insist on locking doors all over?
I rather imagine Gilfrey was...
Well, yeah.
A small blade.
My God, Winklebottom, this might...
Other than there being no blood in the water, this blade barely being sharp enough to break paper, let alone flesh, and the fact the murderer would have to dry it off and place it back in his desk after using it, rather than just taking it with him, yes, I'd say this fits the facts rather well.
Nobody likes you when you act like a blasted clever clogs, you know.
On top of all that, we don't even know that this is a murder yet.
Yes, you've made your point.
Let's take this with us.
You must be flummoxed if you think we're going to be in this blasted place long enough for you to start getting correspondence.
This might do the job if I hold the door open with one hoof and try to jam the letter opener in with the other. Yes, I think that's going to keep the door open. It's open now, so I should be able to look inside. This door...
Yes, quite.
哎，为什么伸不出去吗？
Right, with this door help... Well, that was a tight squeeze. I can't really do much down here, but I can have a look around at least. This is a bottle of lye, an alkali used for cleaning. This system must feed water into the rest of the house, the taps, Gilfrey's pipe network, the orangery and so on. This is a dangerous alkali. I'm not about to grab it with my teeth unless I have a genuine need for it. Looks like there are some bags over yonder, but I can't tell what's inside them. Alas, I cannot reach the switch from this undignified...
够不着，拿个衣架。
I'm really not sure. No, I don't think this... I'd really rather... I'm really not sure. This seems unlikely. Any ideas, old?
We need to see if we can help out, madam.
That'll be all for now. Any ideas, old?
We need to see if we can help out Madame Lavinia. We should go talk to her.
维尼亚夫人。
I say, what's happened to your crystal ball?
Oh, it's that criminal sat in her chair over there. She's acting like she's oblivious, but look at her bill. She's clearly stolen it.
Well, that's really not on.
I even tried mentioning the Scottish play to shock it out of her, but she's deaf as a post.
The Scottish play?
The Sharkspere play. Macbeth. Actors are terrified of it. Think Sharkspere will come and eat them if it's even mentioned, or something like that.
Thank you for your time. Madam, perhaps you could return the good lady's crystal ball.
What's that? Music hall? Ah, you must be a fan. Sorry, darling, I don't do requests.
Daft old bird.
Macbeth.
The cheek! I do not have bad breath.
Well, that worked about as well as could be expected.
Thank you for your time, madam.
What's that? Move your head closer. I can't.
也是无语了啊。
Thank you for your... That'll be all. Any ideas?
We need to see if we can help out Madame Lavinia.
聊完了已经。
Various works of...
Oh, Shakespeare.
I say, Frumple, there's a copy of the play Madame Lavinia mentioned here. Macbeth. Well, thank you for...
Oh,
I can't remove this trumpet. Now, let us have a look in...
Just some
Not inherently so, but in this...
best way in my...
One would hope that... You know, this might just come in useful.
Just as long as you don't force me to read it.
I say, madam, I have a play here that might interest you.
The Scottish play. Oh, get away from me. Away.
掉出来了。哦，没有，我还以为水晶球掉出来了。哎呦，还真掉出来了，恶心的。
Thank you so much for getting my crystal ball back. I will let Beryl know that she needn't stand guard any longer.
Don't mention it, madam. Thank you for your time.
What?
Ugh. Thank you for your... Perhaps we could Thank you very much. Perhaps you...
I am feeling quite tired after all the...
咦，他走了，我们就能割领带了。
Sorry about this, sir, but I'm afraid we have need of your tie. I suppose this fabric will soak up the grease.
You do the strangest things, Winklebottom.
Any ideas?
We should call the mainland to report the death.
This wire has been set.
Bit suspect if you ask me.
Maybe if we can find some replacement wire to bridge the gap. The wire coat hanger might work, but I'll need to cut it into a few pieces first. I'm not sure they're designed for metal, but these shears are just about managing to get through the coat hanger.
Looks like they're jiggered now, though.
Not the most professional repair, but I think this should allow us to use the telephone. Let's give this a try then. Ah yes, I have a connection. Operator, get me Scotland Yard.
Has it got through?
She's just connecting me now. Ah, greetings. This is Lord Winklebottom. I wish to report a suspicious death on the Isle of Bargast. I say hello? Hello?
What's wrong?
The line's dead. Must have gone down somewhere outside the house. Blast it, I don't think my message got through. It's down to us, Frumple. We must investigate this death ourselves.
电话又断了。
No point trying again. This line is down.
果然又对了。
Oh well, they may.
Oh, yes, you.
Somebody must have dropped it.
I wonder what it...
I'm really not sure. I wonder if I can find any information about that plant we saw in the orange reel.
What does it say?
Apparently, that sticky fluid in the plant is a kind of resin.
Maybe we could use that for something if we can get hold of a heat source.
Right, with this... This is... This is a dangerous substance. I don't especially want to pick it up with my mouth. At least we know we can...
Oh, that's a relief. There's still a bit of butter left in this pan.
Sometimes... Somebody must have...
I wonder what...
I think this would just dissolve into the moist mud if I poured it in now. I think this would just dissolve into the moist mud if I poured it in now. No. I have reservation. I wonder if you could help procure me some kind of portable heat source.
Procure a heat source? Look, mush, if you want to buy...
Well, if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, no, that's just fine and dandy. I tell you what, you wait here in the shelter while I go off in the middle of a bloody storm to find you a lamp. Wouldn't want you to go to any bother, like.
哦，他去帮我们找灯
Most
了。
gracious of you.
Well, here you are then. Do be careful not to burn your bloody hooves on it, won't you? I'm off inside, now that I've battened down the hatches out here. Don't feel you have to follow me, like.
Never did like invertebrates.
Eh, 未燃
Rather not.
还得点燃吗？
I think this would just...
点燃在哪？点燃厨房。
I'll just touch the wick to the flame, and here we are. The lantern is illuminated.
好了，
I have reservation. I think this would just as... I'd really rather... no. I have reservation.
还是不对。
I'd really rather... Any ideas? Or...
Look, we know we can use that sap as a resin.
知道了。去采集奇怪的液体。
Right then, I'll collect a quantity of sap in the empty bottle.
Well, what?
I wonder, was there some trouble between you and Gilfrey? If you don't mind me saying so, you seem a touch put out.
Put out? Put out? I'm bloody livid, mush. The old git was planning to tell me to sling my hook. I heard him saying as much.
He was going to fire you.
Too bloody right he was. I heard him talking about me to someone over the phone.
And you're sure it was about you?
Of course it was. Gone too far this time, he said. Get it out of hand, he said. Just because I like to sample the vegetable garden from time to time.
Sample?
All right, I ate the whole bloody lot. I mean, I can't help it, can I? It's in my...
Well, plants are frightfully tasty, old thing.
Exactly. You know where I'm coming from. And be honest, if it's a choice between some lovely homegrown lettuce and that slop Beryl cooks up, well, I mean, you just would, wouldn't you?
I say, old thing, there really are some delightful plants in there.
Oh, delightful, are they? That's rich, isn't it? Delightful, he calls them, after he's been helping himself to some of my award-winning shrubbery.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, don't you indeed? Well, who else is going to reach up the top of that plant over there and have himself a munch on it? Oh, I know. It must have been the bloody sea lion, mustn't it? Yeah.
It was just a few leaves. Barely any, really. Well, thank you for your time.
Go on then. Push off. See if I care.
太凶了。
Let's pour this sap into the imprint of the key. Yes, that's filled it nicely. Let's put this alkali into the sap.
Yeah, let me do it. This needs the steady hoof of a surgeon. Oh dear, well, it all went in at any rate.
他给弄碎了。
Let me try and apply heat from this lamp to the resin mixture, and let's see what happens.
Oh, can't see anything happening. How boring.
Give it time, Frumple.
Can we go now? I'm so bored waiting for this.
You know, Frumple, I rather think we can. Look, the resin is set solid, just like the book said.
Oh yes, no, never doubted it for a moment. Looks like we now have a copy of the key that was dropped here.
Now to find what is the key to.
走，我觉得是厨房那个钥匙啊，不知道是不是。这样就能把那个阀门给关上。
Maybe this key we made will fit the lock on the cellar door.
By Jove, it works. Well done, Winklebottom.
Oh, unfortunately it snapped off in the lock. I suppose the resin wasn't really strong enough. Still got the door open anyway. I suppose they must keep a few cooking supplies down here too.
Foolish if you ask me. It'll get...
This system must feed water into the rest of the house, the taps, Gilfrey's pipe network, the orangery and so on.
果然可以关阀门了。
Let's give this a turn and see if we can't drain the system to get Gilfrey out of there. It's no use, the wheel is completely seized up.
Bound to be some oil or grease around the place somewhere.
这个用上。
Right then, I'll wipe this liquid butter around the valve using the tie we cut off a dead moose's mounted head.
There is literally no simpler way we could have done this.
I think I might dispose of this now, it's absolutely disgusting. Let's give this a turn and see if we can't drain the system to get Gilfrey out of there. The lubrication has helped, but I still can't turn it. If only I had some leverage.
Ah, 还需要加杠杆。
A sharp kick. No. Let's give this... The lubrication has helped, but I...
这个杆儿不行。
This system must be. A relic of the Great Frog Wars.
I say, that axe he's carrying would do you a real mischief if you got on the wrong end of it.
拿他武器当杠杆。
Sorry, my friend, I'm rather afraid I've more of a need for this than you do.
There's just nothing you won't half-inch given the chance, is there? I say, Winkle.
You could ask, but I don't. Lubricating the valve wasn't enough, but maybe this will help us get some leverage on it. Since there's no way to contact the mainland, we should flush out the body and perform an autopsy ourselves.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? The guilt-free estate will not be held liable for any damage or injury caused by incorrect operation of that device.
Oh, hang it all, what's the worst that can happen?